always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Hey guys, and welcome to GSMC Entertainment Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Cynthia, and happy Monday, everyone. I hope you all are having a fabulous start to your day, having a strong start to your week. I had a really low-key but relaxing weekend in the Bay with my boyfriend. It was his birthday yesterday, Sunday the 19th. So we, had a really relaxing night in, ordered some takeout, got some crab legs. Oh my God, you guys. I'm actually obsessed with crab legs. Like, hands down, crab legs over anything else, even over tacos. And I'm Mexican, okay? I love crab. I love crab, Cajun flavored. Sign me up, okay? So we had crab. We usually only have crab. How many times have I said crab already in the first minute and a half of this episode? We usually have it during special occasions such as anniversary, birthdays, things like that. So we're like, why not? Spend a little more, on some good seafood. And I'm so glad that he's a huge seafood lover like myself. It's really hard to wrap my mind around people. There's people out here walking this earth who don't like seafood, and I just feel sorry for you. Oh my God, you're missing out. You're missing out. But my vegans don't come for me, okay? I try to be plant-based as much as I can, but I literally cannot get rid of crab legs. I love them way too much. So, with all of that being said, it was a fun weekend in the Bay, really relaxing, like I said. The only negative, I guess, was our Airbnb. In a nutshell, we booked an Airbnb, we got to the place, and when we entered the Airbnb, it was dirty. People were still in our Airbnb, so we were super confused. We're like, we're here at the right date, right? And then that's when I contacted the host, and basically there was a double booking error, so I was immediately like, well, what the heck? Where are we staying? So then the host offered us this other place down the street. By this time, you guys, it was already 4 or 5 p.m. So we really had no other option but to stay in this other unit that he offered us. And it was even worse. And it's a long story for another day, so I won't get into all of that. But besides the Airbnb dysfunctional check-in, everything else was smooth sailing, and I had a great time, and I hope you guys had an awesome weekend as well. So, we have a lot to cover on today's episode, with the first order of business that broke the internet today was Nicki Minaj's pregnancy announcement. She is 37, okay, and it's time, okay? It's time. She had a baby, and she looks absolutely amazing. So the rapper, who's 37, announced the news that she's expecting her first child in a series of posts on Instagram today. And in the first post, Nicki Minaj wears a bikini showing off a side view of her very cute baby bump with the hashtag preggers and then the heart emoji. And in a statement today, sent to USA Today, Joseph Carroza, who's a rep for Nicki Minaj, confirmed the pregnancy but declined further comment. And then in 2 more posts following her initial announcement, Nicki Minaj shared more photos of her holding her growing belly. And in the 3rd post, she writes, "Love, marriage, baby carriage, overflowing with excitement and gratitude. Thank you all for the well wishes." And these photos are so beautiful, you guys. If you haven't had a chance to see it, Literally, she looks amazing. And it's so like Nicki's style, you know, like the very extravagant clothing, the colors, the wigs. I mean, all of it is so beautiful. Her pictures came out gorgeous. And, you know, many followers took to the comment section to congratulate Nicki Minaj. And, you know, celebrities like Halle Berry and Sam Smith wrote, "Congratulations, beauty, beautiful." And I just love her pregnancy announcement photos. This is like such a Nicki way to announce it. I don't know how else to describe it. She's wearing like those huge platform clear rhinestone heels that you normally would see girls wear in strip clubs, and they look so good on her. And she's wearing like this like bra with colors on it, like a colorful yellow wig and a blue wig, and like I said, in true Nicki Minaj form. And just a lot of celebrities were at her comment section congratulating her and showing her immense amount of love from her photos. And in September, Nicki Minaj announced on Twitter that she was deciding to retire and to start a family. And after that tweet, there was an uproar from her fans, right? Because obviously Nicki Minaj, she's been in the game for many, many years. To be honest, she has paved the way for many of the upcoming female MCs and rappers that we see in today's entertainment industry. And she clarified her comments in December during an interview with Billboard about that specific tweet about retiring, because obviously when someone retires, that's like they are done working, no longer, right? And in her statement or in her interview with Billboard, she clarified, "I love music and interacting with fans, so I can't really see taking myself completely away, but I want to be open to other possibilities in my life. I do believe it is important to become a woman outside of the magnifying glass. I have to make sure that I'm well-rounded as a human being." And she has all the right in the world to do so. So I completely understand her statement. Not that she really needed to clarify to any of us anyway, because this is her own private life and she really doesn't owe any of us an explanation. And the father of her baby is her husband, Kenneth Petty, who she's married to. And the couple tied the knot back in October after nearly a year dating. So I didn't even know she was married to him, to be honest, until I found out this morning. I thought she had been dating the guy for a while, but apparently not. I didn't know they've only been together for a year. And I mean, who am I to judge, right? Everyone has their own timelines. I'm nobody to judge, you know, anybody's timeline and when they start families or when they don't start families. At the time, you know, when they got married back in October, Nicki Minaj shared her Marshall Bliss with a video of matching Mr. and Mrs. mugs and coordinating bride and groom baseball caps. And the caption was the date they got married, which was October 21st of 2019. So 10/21/19. And Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, they started dating last year before becoming Instagram official in December of 2018. And their relationship made waves after I don't know why I keep calling him Perry. Kenneth Petty's criminal history came to light. And listen up, you guys. It's actually pretty, I'm going to be straight up. It's pretty alarming, his criminal background. And here's why. Nicki Minaj's husband, who's soon to be the father of her child, he is a registered level 2 sex offender on New York State's sex offender registry. He was assessed as posing a medium risk of committing another offense. And according to the registry that was made back in April of 1995, Kenneth Petty was convicted of attempted first-degree rape in connection with a 1994 assault that occurred when both he and the victim were 16. He was sentenced to between 18 and 54 months in state prison and was released in January of 1999 after serving just under 4 years. But that's not it, you guys. The DOC website says that Kenneth Petty went back to prison in 2006 after a first-degree manslaughter conviction and served nearly 7 years before being released on parole in May of 2013. And then back in March of this year, Kenneth Petty turned himself into federal custody after failing to register as a sex offender in California. Because remember, he was a registered level 2 sex offender in New York, but he's now living in California and did not register as such. So Kenneth Petty, he self-surrendered in the U.S. Marshals in L.A., and that's basically in a nutshell his criminal record. And that's why a lot of people, when they first began, Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty began dating and were up on the scene, a lot of people were very alarmed because they're like, how can you be with a registered sex offender, yada, yada, yada. But I mean, it's her life, we can't dictate anybody, especially a celebrity, how to run their lives. So closing off this segment, congratulations, Nicki Minaj, to your first child, and wishing you a very healthy and exciting pregnancy. So you guys, we're going to come to a very brief break right now. And when we come back, we're going to be discussing the incident that took place last weekend between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. We'll be right back.
Want to find out what movies to go see? Then check out the GSMC Movie Podcast. It's your ticket to the latest movies, whether it's a new blockbuster event, romantic, comedy, or action flick. This show has got it all covered. They talk some what to go see now, don't bother, what's hot on Netflix, and everything in between. That's GSMCpodcast.com/movie-podcast. When it's all about the movies, it has to be this new show. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit GSMCpodcast.com for more info.
Hey guys, and welcome back to GSMC Entertainment Podcast. So this next topic has made headlines. It is still being talked about because the case has not been solved. If you haven't heard, it deals with the possible drama between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. And this comes as a shock to many people since Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, they have been hanging out. They've hung out on multiple occasions, and it's really hard to believe that there could have been bad blood between them after this night last week. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, by the way, he's a person who allegedly, and I'm going to use that term a lot throughout this segment because, again, nothing is confirmed. So he allegedly shot rapper Megan Thee Stallion following a dispute inside his vehicle Sunday morning. And this is really like crazy to read and everything since on Saturday night, Megan shared an Instagram live that she was hanging out with Kylie Jenner and with Tory Lanez in a pool. They were just hanging out, partying together on Saturday night, and then just hours before all that, or hours later after that, police responded to a shots fired call outside of a Hollywood Hills home at around 4:30 in the morning. So Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion and Kylie Jenner were all hanging out together, partying, they did an Instagram live together. So, it looked like everything was sweet. And then the next day we see Megan Thee Stallion got shot and Tory Lanez got locked up. And I'm like, whoa, what happened in those 6 to 8 hours? Where was Kylie Jenner? Did she leave early? People are like, people love conspiracy theories and all that. People are assuming Kylie Jenner planned it. She's behind this, or it's the Kardashian curse. This is why Megan Thee Stallion can be hanging out with them. It's the curse. It follows them. So here's what might have happened. Okay. Again, nothing is confirmed. That's why this story is still ongoing. Tory Lanez, he fired the shots from within the vehicle while Megan was outside trying to leave. This is what a source supposedly says. There's a video and the police are investigating, and this is a case of a man physically harming and abusing a woman. So a spokesperson for LAPD would not confirm whether there was a video submitted to the investigation, adding that any videos would not be released until the case goes to court in order to protect the integrity of the case. The detectives are seeking information regarding the shooting involving Tory Lanez, and the investigation is still ongoing. And the LAPD continues to say, or the detective says, I'm not privileged to what the detectives have right now. So police will not say whether Tory Lanez is a suspect. Again, this is all just speculation from the public. This is what people think happened since Megan Thee Stallion, she made a couple of tweets, and so did her music producer the music producer, Lil Ju, he tweeted at Tory Lanez saying, count your effing days. And he also responded to a tweet suggesting that Tory Lanez was protecting Megan. So people are saying, no, like Tory Lanez wouldn't hurt Megan. They're hella cool. And he responded to one of those tweets writing, I hope y'all don't believe he was defending her. This is a BS story. Again, while it's still unclear exactly what happened after that ill-fated pool party Saturday night, one thing is clear. We must protect Megan Thee Stallion at all costs. So that's really when the speculation started to occur, because Megan's music producer added Tory Lanez saying, count your effing days. So we may be one step closer to figuring out who shot Megan Thee Stallion. And again, the alleged culprit is none other than Tory Lanez, who that same night that Megan Thee Stallion got shot, he was arrested on a concealed weapons charge early Sunday morning. And in an exclusive to Page 6, a source claims that Tory Lanez shot Megan following a dispute inside his car as she was trying to exit the vehicle. And that Tory fired the shots from within the vehicle while Megan was outside trying to leave. And supposedly there is a video and the police are investigating it. And this is a case of a man physically harming and abusing a woman. So the story regarding how Megan Thee Stallion injured her foot has changed over time, with initial reports stating that the rapper cut her foot on glass after attending a pool party with Tory Lanez and Kylie Jenner early in the morning on Sunday, July 12th. And after all of the speculation happened and this made headlines and it was a trending topic on Twitter, Megan decided to post a statement on Instagram dispelling all those rumors, and she wrote, I suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with the intention to physically harm me. And that statement, again, fired even more the speculations that it was Tory Lanez that did it, because she stated that she has to protect her energy, that it sucks that it took this traumatizing experience for her to realize that, she can't be cool with everybody. Megan's a really cool girl. If you've been following her and you keep up with her social media, then you've seen how she's really cool with a lot of people in the industry. She hangs out with a lot of different crowds, and that's fine, that's fine. But sometimes you got to be careful with who you hang out with. Not everybody deserves your energy and your time and your friendliness. And this could be the case of where friendliness turned a left turn. On Wednesday, July 15th, a few days after, the incident occurred, TMZ released footage of Megan limping away from a car, leaving a trail of blood behind her, with Tory Lanez lying face down on the road and being apprehended by the police. That same night, Megan had surgery to remove the bullet and is expected to make a full recovery. So she did get shot in the foot. That seems pretty annoying and painful. I mean, I've never been shot, but I just wish her a speedy recovery because that does not seem fun. And according to TMZ, witnesses are not cooperating with the LAPD regarding the incident, but there is reportedly a cell phone video of the altercation, and any video that may or may not be in police custody will not be released until the case goes to court in order to protect the integrity of the case, said a spokesperson for the LAPD. The detectives are seeking information regarding the shooting involving Tory Lanez, and the investigation is still ongoing. So Tory Lanez, he's no longer in custody for the concealed weapons arrest. He having posted a $35,000 in bail, and he is currently scheduled to appear in court on October 13th about this specific incident. And it's just all really, it's a lot of info, right? It's a lot going on. It's really hard to understand what went on, and I don't know if we'll ever really get the full story, or it might be a while until we hear the full story of what really went down this night. I don't think Megan Thee Stallion is really that type of person to call somebody out, plain and simple, Tory Lanez shot me. But she did write a statement that leads us to believe that he may have had some ill intentions towards her. And according to TMZ, LAPD detectives have now opened an assault with a deadly weapon investigation into Tory Lanez's case. And this was updated on July 17th, so 3 days ago. And Megan Thee Stallion, she responded to the online conversation surrounding the incident, tweeting, Black women are so unprotected, and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. It might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life, and I'm real life hurt and traumatized. So this is a really terrible and unfortunate experience for Megan Thee Stallion, and I think why she's real life hurt and traumatized is because this, again, my theory is that I do believe the allegations made towards him that he did shoot her. I don't know what the dispute might have been. I don't know if his little man syndrome kicked in. But I think she is real life hurt because she thought, or she would have never expected for a friend to, try to harm her in any way. And she said this was a crime that was committed against me to hurt me. So whoever shot her, whether it was Tory Lanez or somebody else, they were trying to physically harm Megan Thee Stallion, which is so terrible. Who can hate on her? She's so freaking cool, literally, and she's just so down to earth. It's really annoying and sad that people try to tear down women like Megan Thee Stallion. And another reason why a lot of people are speculating, and why I'm also speculating that the allegations toward Tory Lanez are true, is because Megan has unfollowed Tory Lanez on Instagram, and she's also unfollowed Kylie Jenner. So again, I don't know if Kylie Jenner plays a part in this, if she's tied to this in any way, but what I am speculating is that Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion are not cool anymore. And I guess we shall see. Time will tell if these allegations against Tory Lanez shooting Megan Thee Stallion are true. So you guys, We're going to come to a very brief break right now. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about Zendaya's secret project. We'll be right back.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to GSMC Entertainment Podcast. So we're switching gears here, switching topics. We're going to be discussing how Zendaya filmed a secret quarantine movie, and here's what it took to pull it off. I can't even imagine how difficult that must have been. If you weren't completely convinced that Zendaya can do anything before, this basically proves it, what I'm about to tell you. According to Deadline, the actress teamed up with Euphoria creator Sam Levinson, which, by the way, I still need to watch that show. I've heard amazing raving reviews from friends, from the internet. I've seen makeup looks that have been recreated from this show. So I feel like I'm definitely missing out. But I don't have HBO. So if you know any other way I can get a hold of this TV show without paying for HBO, let me know in the comments. So, according to Deadline, the actress teamed up with Euphoria creator Sam Levinson to make what may be the first quarantine-made feature film titled Malcolm and Marie. After finding out the production for Euphoria Season 2 was going to be delayed in March due to COVID, Zendaya apparently approached Sam Levinson and asked if he could write a movie that they could film during quarantine, and he delivered within a week. Sam Levinson brought Black Klansman and Tenet star John David Washington on board to play opposite Zendaya in a story that is described as having echoes of Netflix's Marriage Story, while resonating a number of social themes that the world is experiencing right now. And this features Black love, so that's the echoes of Netflix's Marriage Story, right? Malcolm and Marie was filmed in just under a month between June 17th and July 2nd in a remote and COVID safety compliant glass home called the Caterpillar House in Carmel, California. The big, airy home is first LEED platinum custom home on California's Central Coast and on 33 acres of land. So the location, paired with extremely detailed safety protocols, helped ensure the health of the cast and crew on set. Some of these protocols included quarantining in Monterey 2 weeks before filming started, having no more than one person in a room at all times, using masks and other protective gear, eating individually wrapped food provided by a chef on site, no touching, enforcing temperature checks at the beginning and end of each day, having actors be in charge of handling their own costumes and miking themselves, and much, much more. So, Zendaya posted an intimate black and white still from the film on her Instagram, in which she caresses her co-star, David John Washington. with the caption, Malcolm and Marie. And it's so just like, love, okay? Just screams love. And the production of the film also varied from the traditional process. Sam Levinson, his production partner, and his wife Ashley, producer Kevin Turin, producer Yariv Milcon, and producer Michael Shafaris, and some of the other actors financed the film themselves. Yariv Milcon and Michael Shafaris reportedly also pledged to donate their proceeds from the film to charity. Musician and actor Kid Cudi also appears as a producer on the project, which is really cool. While we know all the hard work and care that was put into the production of this film, other details about Malcolm and Marie itself, like a potential release date or more about the plot, are still under wraps. But by the look and sounds of it, I think we're in for something pretty special. I mean, just from the still alone that Zendaya posted, everyone began raving. A lot of viewers that saw that post were like, yes, Zendaya finally has herself a black love interest. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I haven't really seen any TV shows or other movies that Zendaya has been featured in. So I don't know if she's ever had, a black love interest, or it's been like a white love interest or whatever. So a lot of fans, I think that's why it became trending, because a lot of the fans were like, she finally has a black love interest. And, who wouldn't be happy about that, right? So, according to Deadline, the entire cast and crew lived in separate dwellings for 2 weeks before arriving at the Caterpillar House in Carmel, California. And whenever cast or crew members met up, they did so in socially distanced spaces, like on hikes, and wore masks. The actors rehearsed in a parking lot so they could keep their distance prior to the 2-week quarantine ending. No one was allowed to leave or enter the property during filming. And as for the production, Deadline has a complete rundown of what was and wasn't allowed during filming, plus an extensive list of safety measures, which I've already went through the majority of those safety measures. But I'm definitely excited to see this film. I'm excited to see Zendaya in action. The only TV show I think I've ever seen from her, and this was years ago, is when she was in Disney Channel. I don't remember the name of the show, but I know she was in Disney Channel, and I just know that her acting skills and everything have developed and matured over the years. So like, I'm not gonna, reference that, but I'm definitely excited to see her in action. And I mean, she just seems super talented and nice, and I'm out for it. So, you guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode here at the GSMC Entertainment Podcast. If you liked today's episode, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff, because that tremendously helps the show. And I'll catch you guys here next week.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. From movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.